What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is the Intensive Treatment Podcast. Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Uh,
I am
wrong.
under the influence, but that is wrong.
You got the wrong channel
This
there,
is
pal.
the Speaking Nerd Treatment Intensive Podcast with special guest Alter Brap.
Artistic integrity.
This is every channel on YouTube.
This is everything but AJ Tour, because AJ is unfortunately not here.
Or
Well, maybe
Pop Culture
fortunately.
Pack, because that's dead.
Goodbye, AJ.
That also had
Goodbye.
AJ though.
But in reality, welcome to the Speaking Nerd Podcast, where we talk about all things nerdy. We are your hosts. I am Swifty. We have Marvel DC Fan, and we have Alter Brap. And today we're going to talk about some juicy content, and that would be the topic that I think we've been all waiting for. And by all, I mean you guys, the watchers, the people that keep us going. Our how many subscribers? 80,000 subs. Or 80K people watching.
I think you
We're
meant to
talking
say
about
2 billion.
That's more accurate.
Yeah.
We have about
The
about
most
half the world
subscribed
population.
thing ever.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, it's incredible, really. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm surprised that we haven't gotten the president of the United States on here, but he would probably fall asleep on call. But
China.
that is not the president right
I'm
now,
telling
my
you,
friend.
China.
Our
That's my
friend is.
president. I can't say that.
Can
I
I
can't say
smell
that.
your
I can't
hair?
say that. Edit that out.
Can I
Edit that
smell
out. I
your
can't say
hair?
that.
Okay, in reality, we're here to talk about
The
drum roll.
speaking nerd
Can I
is
get a drum
speaking
roll?
in
Can I
nerd
get a
is.
drum roll? Shut up. Can I get a drum roll? Both of you clap your cheeks for that drum roll, please. I need that cake roll.
Is that a drum roll
Okay.
or is
This
that
is
your
my drum
motor
roll.
running?
That's him motorboating. That's him motorboating some whipped cream tatties. We're going to talk about Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Yes. Rocksteady's latest Rocksteady's latest game that they've come out with. Set in the Batman Arkham universe.
Boy, I have some hot takes for this game.
All
I'm
three
ready
of
to
us
piss off
played
the
it.
Arkham fans.
All three of us, I'm sure, have different things to say. Marvel and I did just do an intensive treatment video on this, so we have Alter's opinions here, and hopefully it sparks some new conversations because we didn't go over we went over the gist of everything, but I'm sure there's still stuff that we could talk about, especially with Alter here and his many opinions that everyone in the comments will probably cook him for. But let's
They're not gonna
jump right
cook
in.
me, buddy. I'm already roasted.
Let's jump right in. Who wants to start this off? Who wants to kick the ball? Who wants to throw the ball into the court here?
Let me start with the hot takes.
Okay, yeah.
Jesus.
Jumping right in. Great. James Gunn, take notes.
All right. All right. Well, maybe James Gunn really shouldn't take notes from a live service game, but so guys, I like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now, don't kill me now, but I think
The Justice League, not him.
that, yeah, specifically Conroy's Batman. Anyways, so
Wow.
I actually really enjoyed this game for what it was. Here's the thing. This is something that Caboose XBL said in one of his videos before the game released. And it was, I think it was maybe it was his review of the game, or first impressions or something. But
I'll tell you
what he said was
just recently saw that.
Essentially, I'm kind of paraphrasing here, but he said a lot of people are judging this as a new Arkham game. A lot of people are judging this as, Rocksteady, like just pretty, like I said, just a new Arkham game. And we didn't get that. We got something completely different. Therefore, we should not be judging it as an Arkham game. We should be judging it as its own thing, which is what I did going into it. And I can say with that mindset, I was pleasantly surprised. I think the game is super fun. I think that even though the story itself, the events that take place in it, are very questionable at times, I think that, I think the dialogue and the character dynamics within the story, I think, really keep it going, especially between the squad themselves. And I think overall, this is a game that I don't think deserved to flop. And I think the reason it flopped was for YouTubers like you guys, because I know they watch Speaking Nerd podcast. At least they have before.
Yes.
The YouTubers that I'm not going to name, or I could if Swifty wants me to,
I
that
mean, I
will
don't even
go
know
on
who you're
Twitter
saying, so
and
I don't care.
will trash the game. You know what I'm talking about. We'll go on
Salvage,
Twitter
yeah,
and
he
we'll
blows.
trash the
He's a terrible
game.
YouTuber. He fell off in
Salvage,
2016.
Slick Moth, and several other YouTubers that I can't really name right now because they're irrelevant. Kind of like
You know
Slick
what?
Moth at
Salvage
this
didn't
point.
even fall off. He
But
never got on.
Yeah, that's
So.
true.
the only thing he was on was Slick Moth's cock. But anyways,
Yeah.
just YouTubers like them who will go on this game, who will say they don't enjoy this game, who will say that it's not for them. I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna enjoy it. But will continuously make content bashing it, and also simultaneously, because they have such a following and make such comments, they almost persuade the public view, especially within the Arkham fan base, the core people who are going to be playing this game year after year, to not enjoy it. Therefore, I don't think Rocksteady made a bad product. I think they made it out to be a bad product, so people perceive it as a bad product. There's people who gave this game bad reviews who haven't even played it.
Yeah.
A lot of them are those kinds of people.
Because everyone I've seen who's actually played the game has said they've had a really good time with it. There are some who have given actual genuine criticism about things like the story, maybe even the gameplay being repetitive. I get that. I will say your opinion is valid if you actually play the game and respect it for what it is. But if you don't, then I can't respect your opinion, and that goes for Salvage 009. More like try to salvage the good content because there is none. Mic drop, Alter Rap out. Chad
I
Ward,
agree.
bitches.
So,
All right, he's gone, so it
um,
looks like it's just us for the rest of
it's
the
just you
video.
and me. So this is the intensive treatment podcast.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
Welcome to
back.
the intensive treatment podcast, episode 39. Oh, he's back. Damn it. Speaking Nerd podcast. Welcome to episode whatever we're on now.
Yeah.
Okay, so
4,966.
there was a couple things in there that I wanted to mention that I agreed with a lot. For one, I agree that it is a very good game if you take it as what it is, and I think that judging it obviously as an Arkham game is just stupid. It's foolish. Like, I don't know how people get into that mindset either to do that. Like, you're not gonna judge Naughty Dog making an Uncharted game, and then if they make a Last of Us game, you're not gonna judge it for not being for not being Uncharted. It's the same studio. They're different games.
Well, here's the
And
thing. It makes
like,
sense with something like Gotham Knights because Gotham Knights was another single player game. Like it was meant to be the successor to Arkham. It makes
right.
sense comparing that to Arkham and seeing how that game flopped. But when you see something like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, like yes, it takes place in the same universe. Yes, it's the same developers, but it's like getting mad that it's like getting mad at the Suicide Squad movie for not being the same tone as like the Snyder trilogy because they're in the same universe with the same producers. Like or maybe the MCU, for example, like getting mad that Guardians of the Galaxy is a different tone than Captain America because they're in the same universe and they're both produced by Kevin Feige. Like
Right.
that's foolish.
But
The
it's
same
just stupid
kind of
to
logic applies here.
it's just really unfortunate that people are actually judging this game not based off its own merit, but they're basing it off of the fact that they think it's bad because of things they've heard, not things they've played. And again, judging it off of not being an Arkham game, I mean, how stupid can you be to do that? I genuinely, I don't care. You are stupid if you really think that way, because they're not meant to be similar at all. It's not. Why would they be similar? One, you're the freaking Batman. Another, you're for criminals. Like, and it's a completely different tone, completely different objective, atmosphere. Everything's why would that even make any sense? People just want things to complain about at this point. And it's just Twitter. That's all it is. People on Twitter and Instagram just complain about everything. So yeah, it's just unfortunate that the game is probably gonna do not great based off of that. Peace.
All right, it's just me and Alter now. Swifty's gone.
Sorry guys, I'm back.
Oh shit. I mean,
So what were you
yeah.
guys
Speaking
talking
nerd.
about this podcast?
The new Superman is Jonah Hill.
Fuck. So, I guess they pretty much covered it well, and I'm just gonna say I enjoyed my time with it. It's a fun game to play. The story's is interesting to say the least.
It's finicky in certain spots.
Yeah,
for sure.
There are very
It's not a perfect game,
questionable things that they do, but I didn't leave feeling completely disappointed. Mic drop. I'm out of here.
Okay, this is the Alter Tour. Welcome everyone to this great.
Sorry,
podcast.
I just came back. I forgot something. Wait, what are we talking about?
Nerd.
So this is the speaking. This is the speaking treatment. At this point,
the speaking treatment intensity.
Intensity. Intensive speaking treatment.
Tour. Oh no! Wait, AJ's not here.
Artistic. Intense speaking artists. Artistic speaking intensive. Speaking treatment artistic. Autistic?
Good.
Is he stupid?
Is man capturing Jonkler right now?
Why did Quinn kill man? Is he stupid? He should have hit triangle and circle and did a takedown.
Agreed. Okay, moving on. I think this is a good time, now that we got our basic thoughts out of the way, to go through some bullet points on the game and kind of expand on our thoughts about these in a deeper way, because this is philosophy class. Why don't we go over the story? Because that seems to be the most pressing thing right now. Especially within the, if you want to even call it the Arkham community anymore, it's just a bunch of jerks at this point. There's barely any cool people in the Arkham community
It's just shit posters now.
Yeah,
there is no Arkham community.
Which is fine, as long as they enjoy the games.
Yeah.
They don't enjoy the games. They ain't got no games.
Because they haven't played it.
Yeah.
So, where do we want to start with the story? Should we talk about just negatives or positives?
Let's talk about the positives first. Let's uplift the spirits here. This is the intensive speaking treatment podcast ... AJ after all.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about the positive. Oh my god. No. That's Markel.
He's dead.
No, we don't.
You are dead.
Bop boop beep bop boop. Who wants to kick it off with the positive?
That's Cynthia, who is dead.
I think the best thing about the story is its characters. And I mean that just from everybody.
Yeah. I think that's definitely a good observation. I would say I'm probably in the same arena as you are when it comes to that.
Like, the squad's great, the Justice League's great, Argus is good.
It's questionable though, because Aaron Cash somehow is within Argus What? Just Rocksteady, please explain to me.
Well, he's a security guard back at Arkham Asylum instead of being a cop, which is weird. But I guess they
he just bounces around jobs, whatever's paying more.
He just tagged along for this one.
Yeah, he's just like in Metropolis, and then he's giving you care packages.
Aaron Cash,
and then
he's him.
If you go to him too early for a care package, he goes, "I told you, once a day, ain't nothing but that." I'm like, dude, sorry, bro.
You sound like I told you, didn't I tell you? Mm-hmm. And what just happened? Exactly what I just said.
And when did I tell you? A long time ago.
I love Family Guy.
So, Alter, what is a positive that is from this game for you?
Probably the best thing in my opinion is the gameplay. I think that is probably the most addicted I've got to a game in a long time. I do agree that the characters are another strong point. I think the game's hilarious. I think the humor in the game is phenomenal. This is probably the first time I've actually laughed at a video game. I'm not gonna say ever, probably in a long time though. And I gotta give props to the writers. They understand the characters, in my opinion. So I think those are my two things. It's like I love the characters and I love the gameplay. And I think really those are the two biggest things in a video game for me to at least enjoy it. The game has to be fun and the characters have to be good enough for me to be engaged.
Mm-hmm.
For me to want to play as them. And I think this game knocked both of those things out of the park.
Good for you. Respect that.
Thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
So Swifty, what would you say is another positive you can give?
Yeah, yeah, I gotta be honest. I did not hear a single thing Alter said. So just briefly, don't even briefly, just say what your topic was so I don't say it.
I said characters and gameplay.
Okay, that's what I thought you said. I was not. My head was not in it.
I know you're gay.
So, Marvel, don't tell him it's just because I just rather would listen to your voice than his. So, I think a really big positive is the open world Metropolis. I think they did a really good job at crafting the city. It's really big. It's really nice to look at. Obviously, the one problem that Rocksteady continues to make, and I guess they don't think it's a problem, is having a deserted city. They have a pretty legitimate reason this time around, rather than a full evacuation, rather than just everybody's dead. So that's not too bad.
Yeah.
But it still feels empty and it feels like there's nothing to do. But I mean, there's a lot of exploring to do. It's very cool to go around and see all the Easter eggs they placed around it because we know they're the best at that. So yeah, I think Metropolis is a strong suit. I also think in regards to Metropolis, the weather system and day and night cycle is really nice. It makes it feel a little bit more real, like you're there. For some reason, I love Metropolis when it's raining too. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think the open world is really, really good. Very, very strong open world from them. Okay. That's that, brother.
Okay. So, what's something you don't like about Suicide Squad?
There's a... Okay. The game feels very anticlimactic, is one of my biggest issues with this game. Because obviously, by the time you hit the end of the game, you're like, yeah, this was definitely made as a live service game. Like, you can tell it was probably going to be way worse than what it is now in terms of live service elements.
Yeah.
Until all the backlash. Like this game it's worse than the Arkham Knight ending. Like at least in terms of like actually doing side stuff, you can't even finish. The game's not over. It's not going to be over till you kill 12 Brainiacs.
Mm-hmm.
So, and how long is that going to take? A year at least for Arkham Knight. It's like, okay, I can collect the rest of these trophies and then get the cutscene. Whatever.
Right.
Not a good ending, but still, it's better than waiting a year. But here we are. We're going to wait a year for a game that's probably going to, unfortunately, fizzle out within the next couple months.
Yep.
So, that's just a really big letdown. And it's a shame. So that's probably one of the big things is just the story feels inconclusive. What about you?
I think for me, one thing that really hurts this game is its mission structure, because after like say the first couple hours, and this is a majority of the story, by the way, a lot of the missions that you're doing, while it's fun killing, swarms and swarms of Brainiac soldiers, some of the tasks they have you do is incredibly repetitive, and this is the most apparent in the side like missions like you're doing for Hack or for for the other characters, Penguin or whoever.
Mm-hmm.
They get some of the worst of it, and like I was playing some of them the other day just because I was trying to complete some stuff, and a couple of the Hack missions I wanted to like throw my controller out the window. They were terrible. It was just bad.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm with you.
Alter?
I think he's dead.
Is
once
he
again,
dead?
it's a treatment.
Did Batman kill him?
Downloading the emulator.
Oh, okay.
So
what do you don't like about
things that I don't like? I honestly, as much as I praised this game, the thing that I don't like the most about it is the fact that it's the fact that it's the majority of the game is, or I guess the entirety of the game is written with the fact that the game is live service in mind, meaning there's no really true end to the story yet.
Right, like exactly what I just said.
And literally it ends as like a setup. Also, just a lot of the missions I feel are pretty samey, which I guess is fine, whatever, but it gives me like Ubisoft vibes. And that's not the vibe I want.
Okay, especially don't put slander on Ubisoft. At least, well, modern Ubisoft, yes, but
that's what I'm slandering. I'll not slander games like AC2.
Okay, thank you.
Masterpieces.
Yes. All right, so moving on to the people that actually matter in this podcast. AJ, what do you have to say?
He's dead.
Oh, that's right.
He's dead. Flash killed him.
Oh,
thank God.
So, what about performances by the actors? Because I know that for all three of us, a shining thing in the game is the characters. But how do you feel about the choice of voice actors? I know this is our like millionth outing with Tara Strong as Harley Quinn. But apart from her, what do you think of the new people? And how did they portray the characters?
I like Deadshot a lot.
I didn't mind Tara Strong in this game. I think she's very hit or miss as Harley Quinn. I think she can be awful, and I think she can be all right. And in this game, she was all right.
I think
this was her best performance in the Arkham verse.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Like,
as for that, we got our boy Kevin.
She just plays it off well in this one, better than she has, and like, she doesn't come off as an idiot anymore. Like, City and Knight, she just came off as like a stupid idiot.
Knight was the
Ooh,
worst.
hold on.
Yeah, Knight was really bad.
While we're talking about Harley Quinn, there's one thing I don't like about what's something they added to her character that I want to talk about that I don't see many people talking about.
What?
And that is throughout the game, she really slanders Joker. And that's fine, whatever, because she does that a lot in modern comics and like the Harley Quinn TV show and everything. But that's the thing, the Arkham version of Harley Quinn never resented Joker at all.
Right.
So it feels very forced to kind of fit the new agenda of her character.
I agree with you.
To make her
because that was the only
like
reason
a
they
Joker
did it.
hater.
And if you notice too, I was talking to Marvel about this when we first played the game, and I don't know if you tell me if you noticed this, Alter, but when Poison Ivy first shows up, she's making all these passes at a young little Poison Ivy about how they used to have a thing, and she's like, "You really don't remember me?" So
here's the thing.
I'm like,
it's like,
are they like? I mean, I'm fine with that, but like, it was just weird the way they did it.
I saw some people say they had a really like they noticed that, and here's the thing, I never saw it as like she's trying to get with the child.
No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I'm just saying she's mentioning how they were a thing in the past, and that's also
I see it more as like a friendship type thing, like she just wants to reconnect with a dead friend.
I thought about that too, but then you think about the new trope of her and Poison Ivy being a couple, and it makes a lot of sense.
Though. This is why I don't think the Joker narrative works, is because she resents Joker a lot, which means, because she's resenting Joker, she must have a thing with Poison Ivy. However, this is Arkham Harley Quinn. She never had a thing with Poison Ivy outside of just like a girl boss best friend type relationship.
Yeah.
If it was
but
even
also
that.
Arkham Harley never resented Joker. This Harley does. So I don't. It's like they're trying to make it a mix of like
they're trying to modernize
new Harley and old Harley.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they should have stayed more consistent with how she was written in the Arkham games.
The weird part for me,
at least when it comes to how she views other characters.
The weird part for me is that Harley and Ivy barely had any interaction in the other games, like outside of maybe like a few cutscenes or so.
Right.
There's a couple cutscenes. In those cutscenes, they do hints at them being like good friends or at least having a past.
Yeah.
But it's not anything other than, what's good, home slice? How you doing? Dap me up. Let's go murder some police officers in Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah, because especially in that scene in Asylum, which is, to my knowledge, the only game they ever had any screen time together on, it's Harley like is reluctant to even release her. So I don't think they had like that great of like a friendship. I mean, it was probably okay, but still like, and it was just weird to me that she was telling like a little Poison Ivy, like, oh yeah, we might have been like a thing. It was just weird. Not that she was trying to like make moves on a young kid. It was just weird that she was saying that stuff to a kid. It just felt weird to me. I don't know. It was weird.
She's like, we're so tight back then. And the little kid's like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, I know. And it's like, we don't remember you guys being real tight unless it was in the bedroom. But
off screen.
What?
Yeah. Like, how can you not remember?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something. You can edit this out because it just caught me off guard and I feel like I need to say it. So I'm going through emulators right now. There's a TI-83 calculator emulator.
Perfect.
That was so random. We should definitely keep that.
I know. Threw me off so hard.
So as far as the other cast, I like Deadshot a lot. I also really liked King Shark, and I tolerated Boomerang.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what were your feelings on it by the end? Because throughout you were kind of, not really feeling it.
By the end, it was just like it's like I get it. I get that he's supposed to be like the punching bag type character, but it got it just got more and more irritating as the game went along.
Yeah.
It's like I get it. I get it. You put bombs in a child. You're trying to be hilarious. I get it. It's not it wasn't funny the first 500 times.
At least it wasn't as bad as putting like a child in a microwave.
Okay,
Ezra Miller style. I just thought about that. It's Flash's arch nemesis.
It was me, Barry. I committed those crimes so your movie would fucking bomb.
It was me, Ezra, so your movie could bomb.
That was fucking perfect.
Thank you.
That mind-controlled Flash would totally put a child in a microwave.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He was doing some.
You guys want to hear my theory about how they're going to bring back Batman?
Yes, let's hear it, actually.
So hear me out. I think there's two very, very similar parallel universes with the Arkham games. And here's how. One universe is the universe where Azrael tries to kill Batman, and the other one is the one where he chooses not to. The one where he chooses not to is the universe where Batman is more lenient to work with people because he trusted Azrael. Therefore, he joins the Justice League. Therefore, gets mind controlled. The other one, because Azrael broke his trust, he's less lenient to work with others. Therefore, doesn't work with the League. Doesn't get brainwashed. Therefore, boom. That's the Batman that's going to be here. Is the Batman that Azrael tried to kill.
Yeah,
and
bro.
The reason I can back that up is I figure in his universe, Harley, all right,
is a dude.
He's still obsessed over the Joker. Harley has a cock.
What? Harley's a dude?
Yeah.
Please insert that Quinn. Please insert that
Harvey Quinn.
If you heard
the
rumors?
Harvey Quinn as the. Oh yeah, dude, I forgot. Does that mean Joker's canonically gay? Jonkler is canonically. All the killer cock memes were real.
Do you think the rumors are true? What? That Harley used to be a dude?
So, it's a very interesting theory, but I don't think it holds much weight. I just personally, I think if Batman returns, it's just gonna be. It's just no, it's fine. Like it's an interesting theory, and it's kind of cool, but I think they're just gonna go the clone route. I really do. I think that's all it is, which is fine. I wish it was more interesting than a cloning. I really do.
Yeah.
But, at least if they're clones, we know that Arkham Batman was not mercilessly shot in the face by Harley Quinn. And Superman wasn't taken out by misfits with gold kryptonite bullets that probably would have killed him with one bullet. So yeah, diamond in the rough.
Superman? Man.
Which man? The man with the S on his chest?
Man?
Or man with no ears? Wait, no, if Superman was just man, what would he have on his chest? An M?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, man with no ears doesn't have anything on his chest, so.
Yeah, but so what? We're just gonna have two mans? What about Aquaman?
There can be only one.
Wonder Woman. So what is Wonder Woman just man now?
No,
she's just woman.
She's just woman, yeah.
Woman, man.
The Flash is the though. So would that mean that?
No, Flash is just
So if
Lash.
the Flash is the, does that mean that Superman is super? Because Batman is man.
You cut off the first half of the name, so it would be just Flash.
No, no, that's how they write it
Or Ash.
in the Discord, or not Discord, the Reddit.
Yeah,
If you look at the Reddit, they call him.
Okay, well, we're not the Reddit.
Catch 'em?
The Reddit. We're the Speaking Nerd podcast.
Yeah, didn't you notice by our
Wait to upload this
22 billion subscribers? I like Deadshot, although I hate the fact that they had such a stupid fucking retcon for the other Deadshot.
I know. You heard about it? You did they explain in the game? I just saw TikTok on it.
There's a theory, or our Deadshot has a theory that the white Deadshot is from another Earth.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Which still doesn't make any sense, because why would Batman
Hear me
think
out. Hear
he's
me out.
his Deadshot if he
In
already
my
had another Deadshot?
In
So
my
stupid.
universe, Deadshot is still Caucasian.
Uh-huh. So you're racist.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're from the racist Earth.
He is from Arkansas, so he is from the racist Earth. Yeah, I really like Deadshot too. I wish that, I don't know, tell me if this is the case, but I don't think that based off of who you're playing on, they take more of like a leader role. Like, I think all the cutscenes are the same.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like Captain Boomerang was at the forefront a lot because he was always trying to be the leader. But I feel like Deadshot should have been the leader of the group.
And well, in my thought, I just figured he
worthy.
was, but like Boomerang was always the one that was chiming in or, you know, doing shit. So.
Yeah. Like, I just wish that they took more of an initiative to make Deadshot like this leader character, like really, like give him a redemption arc of him like being this criminal who works for money and kills people to like someone who actually cares and is willing to risk his life for the Earth.
Yeah.
As a leader, I think that would have been really good.
Instead, nobody learned anything by the end of the story.
Yeah,
and they're
nothing.
still gonna, and they're still not gonna learn anything.
That was another big issue, is like nothing changed with these characters.
No.
I mean, I get it. You don't always have to have a redemption arc with someone. It doesn't even need to be a redemption arc. It just has to be an arc. Like, just something. So it's not just, okay.
Also, it's kind of dumb that most of what we're fed about these characters is through audio tapes and not so much the campaign itself.
Right. I've said this before, everyone, and Marvel will love me for saying it again. This is what you get when Sefton Hill writes a game. Sefton Hill is a terrific game director. He really is. I mean, he directed 2 of the greatest comic book video games ever. But when he writes them, man, they are just not good at all.
Yeah, no.
They're just not.
Nope.
I mean, Suicide Squad was definitely, I would say, I enjoy Arkham Knight more because it's me playing as Kevin Conroy's Batman. But in terms of a cohesive story, Suicide Squad is better than Arkham Knight.
I was going to say that too. Just as far as
Arkham Knight just makes no sense.
Yeah, as far as just like cohesion, I'd say Suicide Squad is better. But
yeah. I'd still rather play Knight though.
Yeah.
Which sucks because I think it's like the worst Arkham game.
Yeah.
But Yeah, please. Like, I'm glad Sefton Hill's not writing games for them anymore, but it sucks he left. But still, it's like, I just, why would they do that? I don't know why they fired Paul Dini, and I don't know why he didn't hire someone else to write this game.
I have no idea.
It was just a bad decision on his part.
Yes.
But yeah, so
if we're talking about characters, let's talk about the Justice League.
Yeah,
they're all really good.
They are. I think the standout for me, and for now I'm just speaking specifically Brainiac, infected Justice League members. The Flash is definitely up there with my favorite.
Yeah.
He had the most noteworthy moments in terms of character, out of really all of them. I mean, Batman did have some really good moments, and particularly though the standout for me was when it was just that voice or the video message he gave to Tim. That was a really good scene. And obviously Batman had some good scenes. It's just a shame we never got to really see Batman not inflicted with Brainiac's mind control. But hey, if they're clones, then he never really wasn't mind controlled anyway.
You know what? I'm not as bothered by that because we already had 3 other games just doing that. I'm more upset about the other Justice League members because
we never saw them before.
No.
Yeah, they definitely wasted them too quick and too easily.
They should have did a Justice League game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we should have gotten. Because you could have had the exact same story that happened before this game happened. Like, Batman's approached by Superman. He was using fear toxin, whatever. And you could have legitimately made a freaking awesome Justice League game.
You can even have the same scenario, too, where it's Brainiac, like it's Brainiac invading or whatever. So.
Yeah, it would have been way funner to play as the Justice League, stopping Brainiac.
Right. No, we could play as Suicide Squad.
Still could have been live service.
Oh, God. I just hate the trope, too, of the Suicide Squad now. Like, I like the Suicide Squad. I do like them. But they're not, like, my favorite. They're not even up there, really, for me. And it's just so overused right now. It feels like the Suicide Squad is, like, everywhere.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad this, Suicide Squad that. It's like, I don't care.
I don't know why they're so pushed. Like, I don't know why they're so pushed because none of their stuff ever makes that much money.
They keep losing money on.
So I don't know why they're the ones that. For some reason, DC's really wants a Guardians of the Galaxy type franchise, but I don't know why.
They won't.
Guardians
make
of the
a
Galaxy
Batman
was
Beyond
successful,
movie,
but it wasn't.
They won't
that
make a
successful.
Batman Beyond movie, but they'll make a bunch of Suicide Squad content.
I mean, Guardians, it was successful in 2014, and then after that, nobody just gave a shit after, like, just... So, I don't know why there's such a push for Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
But yeah, Batman, like, if we're talking non-mind controlled, like, they all had... Like the museum holograms were great, and some of the the tapes you can listen to are really good. And then if we're talking mind control, like Flash is the standout. Batman is also really good. We didn't really get any Green Lantern or Superman, so that was kind of a letdown. And then Wonder Woman wasn't under mind control, which I kind of wish she was, like, just to see how that boss would go down. That's just me.
Honestly, hear me out. I think instead of Wonder Woman being the one not under mind control, it should have been Batman. Batman should have been the one trying to help the Suicide Squad. Or I guess not help, but play the role that she played in the story.
Well, I feel like there was a period of time where that was going to be the case. And I feel like that's just too easy. Because you can have Batman immediately be like, oh yeah, let's just go grab all my plans to take down the Justice League. So I like that we didn't get that right away. But yeah, the League's great. I wish we could have gotten more time with them not under Brainiac's influence, so we can see them as real characters. So I don't know. It's all a bunch of missed opportunities. Beep, beep, beep. I thought I couldn't hear anybody for a second. I was wondering what was going on.
What's going on, is it?
You're gay?
Shut up, bro. Not on here.
Yep.
So, what would you guys say is your favorite part about gameplay?
I really like the gunplay. I think it's so fun.
Me too.
Like, it's designed well, and it has almost an Arkham-esque feel, which is really weird, but it just kind of does. I know you and I talked about this before, but the counter button, I was playing it the other day, and it really is satisfying to hit like a good counter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really, really like the gunplay a lot. What about you, Alter? Okay, what about you, Marvel?
It was fun. I got to.
Wow.
No, I mean it was fun. I really like. If you play it on PS5 specifically, the way they use the DualSense controller is really, really sick. And I don't know. You can really tell that Rocksteady has experience with making shooter games because this game was extremely polished, especially to most games as a service type shooters that we've been getting from companies like Ubisoft and EA and stuff. So it's a nice change of pace, at least for that genre, to have a game that actually felt polished.
Right. Yeah, I think gunplay is.
It's pretty fun.
Gunplay is really good.
I like killing.
Yeah. Gunplay's really good. Most of what I took advantage of was the assault rifles and snipers. I think those are my favorite to utilize. I didn't really care about the pistols or the SMGs. If there's anything about combat which I don't care for, it's melee. Outside of using it for shield harvest. I think when you're just
there's really just nothing.
There's just no point. So,
one thing I'm not a fan of are the specific missions that you need. That the only way you can cause damage is from doing shield harvest.
Oh, I fucking hated those so much.
There's other ones too where it's like you can only do critical hits, or like you can only do it at a certain amount of charge, or you can only use special moves. I don't like those missions.
Yeah, damage by grenades, or you need a boost or something like that. Yeah, it's dumb. So But yeah, once I got by the end of the game, I was just, without thinking about it, I was just mowing down everybody and completing missions within a matter of like minutes. They stood no chance.
Yeah.
Also, got to say, I really like traversal a lot.
Oh, it's really fun.
Yeah. Who is your favorite to traverse with? Mine was Deadshot. I liked his jetpack. I think you said it was Boomerang.
Mine was Boomerang. Boomerang's the best because you can get places quicker, and I like charging up the Speed Force Gauntlet.
Mm-hmm. Harley and Shark.
He's just the one that feels smoothest and just less awkward.
Harley and Sharks are like, they're fine.
I don't like sharks. Yeah. I hate playing a shark, to be honest. I never play as him. The best thing he has the best melee.
Harley's to me felt kind of awkward. Like I got used to it, but like having L1 grapple onto buildings and then R1, you're just swinging on a drone. Felt a little awkward at first.
Yeah, at first it feels awkward, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
It can be, at least. I think best for traversal. Normally, when I traverse around the map, I play as Boomerang. But when I'm doing combat, I'm no. It really, I guess it kind of depends. I try to play as all of them equally, just to get a good feel for everybody. But I think the one I enjoyed combat most with was Deadshot.
Yeah. I don't know what Swifty's doing.
I'm just writing back to a Snyder chorus.
Okay. All I heard there was just in the background. I'm just like, what is happening? So let's talk about the Riddler. No? Okay.
I hate him.
Me and Swifty think once all the DLC comes out, we should be able to murder him.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if there's anybody that deserves to die, it's Riddler.
I agree. Yeah. We better shoot him in the face.
Yeah.
Or I want him dead. I want his family dead. Yeah, that's from the Untouchables. AJ, you know
it. AJ's dead, remember?
I like the Untouchable.
I like to believe
Untouchables is a god tier movie.
It really is. It's fantastic.
I guess one other thing I wanted to note, as far as like the live service stuff, the item shop is garbage, and all of what they're selling on there is terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. It really is terrible.
And it's expensive too. Like we were looking not too long ago, and it was like $60 for, what was it, 2,500 Lex coins or something like that?
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. I hope for the DLC they focus on more story than they do like live elements, but that's probably not going to be the case.
If I was Rocksteady, that's what I would do.
Yeah. is there anything else to note about Suicide Squad before we leave?
I hope it doesn't completely die out, but it probably will.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. Because there's fun to be had. I just wish more people would actually try it.
Yeah. For me, I'm hoping to at least have like the 4 characters that they teased. Like, I want them to come out at least. Because we know just from like the files and stuff, there's a few more on the way. Like Killer Croc is, I guess, one of them. But
yeah,
who knows what they're going to do with that.
Yeah.
And that's the end of our video. In short, I would say, like, if you're interested in trying out something different, then I'd recommend Suicide Squad. But I'd say just play it for its own merits and not because it's related to the other Arkham games. So,
Right.
There's fun to be had, for sure.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Anybody want to plug anything? Any videos coming out? No?
I don't have any videos coming out.
Alter?
Unless it's
My
intensive treatment,
Arkham
which you
Red
should go check
video
out.
either should be out by the time this is released or will be coming out.
Sure. Stay tuned for Last of Us. Whenever that video comes out.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, take care, everyone.